Hello, Master Manifestors. Welcome back to MethodMuse, where we talk about science based manifestation methods and concepts. Today, we're talking about managing mirror neurons. So, what's a mirror neuron? Well, it's a special kind of brain cell that is focused on imitation, observation, and learning from the external environment. So we use mirror neurons when we're young to imitate behavior so we can learn and adapt and become, you know, more mature human beings. We use them in empathy, emotional understanding. We use them to imitate in our minds sort of what other people feel or create a sort of simulation of what we think that they're feeling based on our observations about them, their facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, all of these things. So our mirror neurons are specifically focused on imitating or observing external information and using it to create, connections to understand and to learn new behaviors and also to be closer to other people, to feel like we know them better, to feel like they know us better. And that sort of mimicry is very powerful connecting force. So, how can we use these mirror neurons to manifest our intentions? Well, the brain mirrors what is observed. They fire when you're observing actions as though you were doing the thing. So, if you're watching somebody on TV jet skiing and you're imagining yourself jet skiing, your mirror neurons are firing. Now, this is really great for alignment because if you want emotional and identity alignment, you can sort of use this to imitate what you see to practice, do basically a practice run for when your manifestation comes through. Because when it comes through, you're going to be in a different state, maybe even a completely different state. It might even just be a slight adjustment. But when you model that behavior, it rewires your brain to predict your behaviors in a different way and to choose to notice things about that experience, especially when you're feeling it, like you're visualizing it in your body, you're imagining it in your mind, and you're really feeling yourself there in that experience. That's it's basically a test run. Like, is this the identity? Is this it? And you're like, yeah. And then, that accelerates that state and helps it hold more steady. So that's a great practice is, looking for ways that you can intentionally model what you want to have in your experience, whatever it might be. Let's say if you want to have a higher level of fitness, I think really the biggest thing here is finding fun because the fun and engagement is what's going to keep you strong in that state. It's going to keep you in the manifestation so you don't end up with reversals or have to start over again or like reassess yourself and get really frustrated. We don't like reversals. I don't like reversals. I know it happens sometimes and that's okay. But the more that you can practice run a certain state, when that outcome comes, you won't be unconsciously resisting it. It'll already feel like you're normal. It won't be the new normal. It'll just be, oh yeah, this is normal. This is what it is for me. And what you watch, the people you spend time with, you will mirror their behaviors. You will automatically, unconsciously accept these presets and these beliefs based on what they're doing. Now, I talk about sometimes being the dominant state. The dominant state does not force itself on anyone else. It is not changing anyone else's state, but it makes your state so immovable that most people will just follow your state. And the same thing can happen on multiple levels if you are not holding a dominant state for yourself. If you're not holding a baseline that you just basically won't let be bothered, you'll align with whatever is the most dominant state nearby you or that you see all the time. This is true of the news, media, TV, whatever you see on your phone, whoever you talk to, whatever is in your environment. So you want to have behaviors and influences that are aligned with your intentions. You want to focus on not giving as much energy to anything that's not aligned or anything that's sort of contradictory It's okay for contradictions to be there. You can hold multiple levels of reality, but you want to lean into the one you want and diminish noticing the one you don't want. It's okay for it to be there, but you don't have to pay attention to it. And this is what mirror neurons are for is like, practicing the repetition. And you could do even like a visualization. My mirror neurons are mirroring this model of reality, and that's my experience. And I love doing things like that. I'm like, oh, hey, I like that. I think I'll just copy that state. Hey, mirror neurons, go pick it up. And, it seems to work really well. So I hope this has helped you gain a better understanding of how mirror neurons work in manifestation and how to use them to manifest more accurately and more with more stability. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and sign up for the Method Muse newsletter in the description below.